when Tevin Imlach captained the Guyana Arpit Eagle team for their final 2 matches in the recently concluded CG Super 50 cricket tournament, a number of persons asked me what was going on in the Guyana camp. Apparently, however, the Guyana Cricket Board, Tevin Imlach, and the team management in Trinidad were aware that Tevin Imlach was named vice captain of the West Indies A team that was to tour South Africa later this month. In fact, the tour starts on the 17th of November, and the squad was announced yesterday. Hello everyone, good morning, and welcome to the show. This is the Cricket Forum. Credit should be given to Veerasammy Permaul, for after learning of Tevin Imlach's appointment as vice captain of the West Indies A team, he immediately relinquished his position as captain of the Guyana Arpit Eagle and allowed the youngster to gain experience. I love these things, and credit should be given to Veerasammy Permaul. So the West Indies have named their A team to tour South Africa. This series of match, as I said, will start on Saturday, the 17th, the Friday. My apology, today is the 13th. The matches will start on the 17th. Now the squad reads Joshua de Silva, who also captained the A-team tour of Bangladesh this year, where the West Indies was very successful and won that series. Tevin Imlach will be his deputy. Kevlon Anderson, Tait Chandapal, Kavim Arch, Akeem Jordan, Shamar Joseph, the right-arm fast bowler out of Guyana, who is capable of bowling above 140 kilometers per hour, as we saw in this year's CPL, is also included in that squad. I love this selection. I would have told the story of Shamar Joseph on many occasions, how he gave up his job and decided to concentrate on cricket, and his fiancée has taken on the financing of the family. Congratulations to Shamar Joseph. It also includes Sherman Lewis, Jerry McAllister, who was very impressive on that Bangladeshi tour, Zachary McCaskey, Kirk McKenzie, due to his performance in the Headley Weeks tournament before the tour of Bangladesh and his performance in Bangladesh, Mackenzie was called to the West Indies team. Abhijai Mansingh, the right-arm leg spinner, who represented the combined colleges and campuses in the Super 50 tournament, and the Jamaican Scorpion in the regional 4-day tournament earlier this year, have also been added to the squad. He is one of the newcomers. Jordan Johnson is also another newcomer to that team. So 3 players, 3 newcomers to that team who have never represented West Indies in any form before. Jordan Johnson, Shamar Joseph, and Abhijai. I apologize. Jordan Johnson is not in this squad. Jordan Johnson is in the West Indies Academy side. So it is Shamar Joseph, Abhijai Mansingh, and Kevlon Anderson. Those are the 3 new persons. Now, when I look at the squad, the thing that stands out to me the most, and this is what stands out to me, the inclusion of Kevin Sinclair in this A-team squad tells me that he has not been selected for the West Indies ODI squad. So Kevin Sinclair once again is out. And from that non-selection of Kevin Sinclair, or you could say by the selection of Kevin Sinclair in this West Indies A-team squad to tour South Africa, it means then that Ruston Chase will be named in the West Indies white ball squad to face England. You may deduce that from it. Also, if you look at the other squad that has been named, and I will come to it later, but that was a standout thing for me in this West Indies A-team squad. It will be coached by Coley, and he will have Dwain, Gill as team manager, and Jimmy Adams, the former director of cricket for Cricket West Indies, have now decided to be an assistant coach of a West Indies team. So persons who used to report to Jimmy Adams last year, in fact, as recently as June this year, Jimmy Adams is now reporting to those persons. All I can say about Jimmy Adams is that he's a very humble man, and maybe his love of West Indies cricket supersedes anything else in his life, because this is definitely a demotion. Jimmy Adams, it was reported 2 weeks or so ago by TVJ that he was appointed batting coach for the West Indies team. I did not see any release from Cricket West Indies. I was told, however, that he was the batting coach for the West Indies team. I certainly hope he will do a good job. I certainly hope, and that West Indies cricket will be the beneficiary of his knowledge, and that he and the rest of the coaching staff, the rest of the backroom staff will all do a good job. So there will be 3 4-day matches in South Africa. The first match will be from the 21st to the 24th of November. It will be at Wilmore Park, and the second match will be on the 28th of November to the 1st of December. That match will be at Buffalo Park in East London. And the tour will conclude at the Mango Oval in Bloemfontein on December 8th, with that match commencing on the 5th of December. So the teams will be playing three 4-day match, 8-team 4-day match, which some describe as 8-team unofficial test match. So the tour will end on December 8th. And maybe England tour starting on December 3rd. And that is why I believe that Kevin Sinclair will not be in the West Indies white ball squad. Maybe, however, they will probably fly him back to the Caribbean in time to take part in that tournament. When I look at the academy squad, now just before I leave the A-team, I do not necessarily have an issue with this A-team squad that have been selected. Clearly, Cricket West Indies is scraping the bottom of the barrel, because some of these batsmen, some of these players that have been selected are not as good as you and I in our days. And it really shows that the standard of them has diminished. Players are in this squad who are averaging in the 20s, some in the teens. It is not a very good look, but who else do we have? West Indies have scraped the barrel and have come up with this team. However, I would have loved to see Joan Jeremiah in this squad. Definitely. Joan Jeremiah, the left-handed opening batsman that plays for the combined colleges and campus in the recently concluded series. Now, when I look at the academic squad, because Ireland will be coming to the Caribbean, and that is a series that starts on the 17th of November. I was mixing up the date. The South Africa series starts on the 21st of November. Andres, are you there, sir? Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you doing?
I'm great. I'm being joined by Andres Goss, who is the captain of the New Jersey Titans in the U.S. Premier League starting today. Am I getting that right?
Yeah, the league is starting today. The match started at 10 and our game is tonight.
Your game is tonight. Okay.
Yes.
So just before I come to the naming of the West Indies Cricket Academy squad, I will have a few words with Andres. So please bear with us as we speak to Andres. Now, have you joined up with the rest of your team at this time, sir?
Yeah. So I think most of us all joined on Saturday. So we had a nice day yesterday, a good fielding session, and then today we're ready to go for the first game.
Yeah. What is the vibes like in your team at this moment?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I think these tournaments are difficult to really gel quickly. I think because everybody comes from all over the world or all over the country, it's difficult to just click from the start. But we've been pretty good at the moment, so everybody's friendly with each other. Everybody's enjoying each other's company, so that's really good for the start of the tournament. I think it will just get better and better as the tournament progresses. But from a starter point of view, it's been really good.
This is the second season of the US Premier League. Did you take part in the first season?
No, unfortunately, I couldn't take part in the first season. So yeah, but I'm really excited to be part of this season. It looks like it's going to be a really good competition.
Okay, so what are your personal expectations? What are your objectives? What are your goals for this season as an individual and as a captain of the team? What are you expecting from your team?
Yeah, I think on a personal note, I think I just want to go out there and contribute to the team as much as I can. This is also a big preparation for me going to the Abu Dhabi T10. So I would like to spend some time on the crease with the bat, see if I can get some runs, ideally, and if I can get runs, it will obviously help the team. So for a team perspective, I think if we can get some wins early in this tournament and get momentum on our side, it's a lot of games in a short time. So the quicker you can get some wins and get momentum on your side, that would almost like then you just find ways to win in difficult situations if that momentum is on your side. So it's important that when you get that chance to contribute for the team and to get the win for the team, it's really important in the beginning to do that.
Speaking about a number of games in a very short time, how do you keep yourself on the park? How do you keep yourself fit?
Sorry. Yeah,
Yes.
it's tough. It's tough because we have a game tonight, day off tomorrow, and then 5 games in a row. So which is really the toll on your body is quite a lot. So you gotta stay fresh. You gotta make sure your recovery is really good. If you have a morning game, you gotta make sure you either go to the gym in the afternoon or eat well, drink a lot of water, and then if it's at night, make sure you do some session in the morning or jump in the pool just to make sure your body is recovered. Otherwise it's going to be a very long tournament.
Do you think your team has a realistic chance of winning this tournament?
Yeah, I think we're a pretty stacked team. So I'm really looking forward to see how we perform. But it's going to be really exciting. I really think we have a great chance to be in the final at least.
Which department do you think is the strongest of the either bowling or batting? Which area do you think is a strong point of your team?
To be honest, I think we're really pretty balanced. We've got some world-class bowlers in our team, some really good spinners, and then I think our batting department is also like we've got some really good batters. A very strong batting lineup. I think we bat probably till 10 or 11, so that's probably the strongest in our team, the batting setup. But I think from a bowling perspective, we are the 7 or 8 options that we actually have with the ball is also really good. So I don't think there's like one better than the other, but probably the batting is probably just a tad stronger than the bowling department.
Okay, so you would said, in other words, you have a very well balanced and all-round team. But if you were to single out 3 players, who would have been those players that you would have singled out? I know as a captain it's sometimes difficult, but to call names. But who are those players that you would single out?
Yeah, I think Harmeet Singh, obviously world-class player, is a really good spinner and he hits the ball very fast. So I think he's going to be really key for us. You obviously have Saurabh Netravalkar, the USA fast bowler, who's been in really good form. He always bowls well. I've never seen him bowl badly, to be honest. And then I think, let me just think. I think someone like a Nauman Anwar up the order is also really important for us. So like, very excited to see what he can do up the order for the team as well.
Sounds good. I'm now giving you this opportunity to sell the US Premier League to people in the Caribbean and the Caribbean diaspora in the US. Please sell the league to them.
Yeah, I think it's very exciting. It's a very exciting league. Obviously, it's the first time I'm part of it, so I haven't experienced as much. But as far as the experience so far has been really awesome. I think it's going to be extremely good cricket. So yeah, please watch the cricket. I think that's the most important thing, is that the product that the USPL is trying to sell is really good, and the cricket will be good. I think the quality of names that's here is awesome. So I think all the teams are pretty stacked. So every single game is going to be a very close game. So I think there's a lot of excitement in all the teams, and I think it can go to any team any time. So yeah, that's really exciting.
Sounds very exciting to me, Andres. Want to wish you all the best of luck, but I could not let you go and don't ask you about the semifinals of the World Cup coming up on Wednesday. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I think Wednesday is India versus New Zealand, right? So I hope it's a tough one, but I think India is just a little bit too strong, to be honest. They probably, it's probably the most balanced team they've ever had in all World Cups. So I can't see. It's really difficult to see New Zealand getting past that. And then obviously on Thursday, I hope South Africa beat Australia again. That would be nice to have an India-South Africa final. And then obviously my heart goes to South Africa in the final if they get there.
Okay. Thank you very much for being here, and well done. And as I said, I wish you all the success in the tournament. Have a great day now.
Thank you very much.
Andres.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Good.
Bye.
So there we have it. Andres Goose from the New Jersey Giant. He is the captain of that team in the US Premier Leagues, which starts today. So watch that match. I will give you further information on where you can watch that match. Hopefully, I would have said that I would have loved to be streaming that match, and that is still a possibility that those games or even highlights of those games will be live here on the Cricket Forum. Now to the academy team. And what is very interesting about this academy team is that Matthew Ford is not in this academy team. Does that mean that Matthew Ford has been named to the West Indies white ball team? Very interesting. He was a member of the team during the regional Super 50. So is he injured, or has he been named to the West Indies white ball team? So there are two names there, Ruston Chase and Matthew Ford, who it will not surprise me if those names are released in the West Indies team. So looking at the youngsters, Naeem Young, who in my belief, Naeem Young should have gotten a call up to the West Indies senior team. When you look at that West Indies seam bowling department, you look at Joseph and you look at Shepherd, and then you have to wonder who really else stood up. We have spoke at length and have discussed the combination of Joseph and Thomas at the start of the innings. And I would have no issue, despite Thomas' lack of wickets in the Super 50, if Cricket West Indies decide to go with that combination, it being so successful for the Leeward Islands Hurricane in the tournament. So maybe they are looking at Thomas, but Joseph, Thomas, Shepherd, and that is really the end of the seams option for me. Will there be a recall of Jason Holder to the ODI squad, although he did not take part in the tournament? Will Myers still be in the squad after such poor performance? So I was expecting that Naeem Young would have been getting a call up. Or is Terence Hines, who got 7 wickets, 4 in the semifinals and 3 in the finals, and eventually took 11 wickets in the tournament, which incidentally is still less than the 12 taken by Naeem Young. Will Terence Hines be in that West Indies squad? or will it be a recall for Jason Holder? It is this very interesting time ahead, and we await the release of that squad. So Naeem Young will once again captain the West Indies Academy team. Akeem Agosti, Joshua Bishop, Teddy Bishop, Colin Bowell Tucker, McKinley Clark, Jordan Johnson, the left-handed batsman out of Jamaica, who scored 3 centuries on our tour to Sri Lanka earlier this year with the under-19 team. Leonardo Julian, who I think is a very, very good wicket-keeper batsman and is definitely one for the future. And that is someone that I want us to watch out for, Leonardo Julian. Joan Lane, Machu Nandu, Ashmi Ned, Kelvin Pittman, Jonas Sinclair, the Guyanese off-spinner, have been called up to this team. Kevin Wickham, Kadeem Alain, who represented the combined colleges and campuses. So that's very good to see Kadeem Alain in this team. And Isa Thorne too, the right-arm fast bowler, who Isa Thorne and I are friends on social media. So I want to congratulate him, and I'll be sending the young man a message later. So that's the West Indies Academy team. Very interesting that Naeem Young is in this team and Matthew Ford is not there. So probably we are having an idea of where the West Indies selection panel is going for that series against England. Now the dates of the matches on the 17th of November, which is Friday, and I get this right, will be the first 50 over match at the Sir Vivian Richards Stadium. It will be followed by the 19th, the second 50 over match at Coolidge, and the third 50 over match, they will go back to the Sir Vivian Richards Stadium for the third match on November 21. From the 25th to the 28th of November will be the first 4-day match at Coolidge, and from the 2nd to the 5th, there will be from December 2nd to 5th, there'll be the second 4-day match at Coolidge. So that is the squads that the West Indies have selected. They have selected an A-team squad to tour South Africa. That team is to be led by Joshua da Silva, and it have Tevin Imlach as its vice captain. And the academy team to be led by Naeem Young as usual. And incidentally, Cricket West Indies have not released the support staff for this squad. So we do not know who is the coach of this squad, who's the manager of this squad, or anything at this moment. So this team, which have a match to play on Friday, Cricket West Indies have not yet released the name of the coach. I do hope that they would have selected a coach. Just before I come to your comments, I see 2 comments and I'll be coming to them quickly. I just want to mention that the ICC Hall of Fame have inducted Aravinda da Silva, Diana Udaji, and Verenda Seward into the Hall of Fame. There's something about Aravinda da Silva that I just quickly like to point out. Now I named my son middle name was supposed to be Aravinda da Silva. But when I was at the hospital registering him, I couldn't spell the name and I spelled it Avarani. So really my son name should have been Aravinda, but I didn't know how to spell the name and it ended up being spelled Avarani. But that has been a long time ago, because Aravinda da Silva have always been one of my favorite players. Now, we'd have heard a lot about Verenda Seward, but Diana Udaji, this morning when I saw the name, it was the first time, so I do some research. She's 67 years old. She played for India, 20 test matches, and she have gotten 63 wickets at an economy of 1.91. And in ODI matches, she played 34 and getting 46 wickets at an average of 16.84. Her best bowling figures in ODI was 4 for 12, tremendous. And her best bowling figure in Test cricket was 6 for 64. So that's the latest update this morning. We'll look forward to the release of the West Indies squad to play England. And also remember, please slash a like on the video and click on that subscribe button. And the US Premier League gets going today. And I will tell you where you can watch those matches, and I'll be able to give you also a schedule of those matches. And hopefully, if we are not streaming the matches live here, we would have get some highlights so that you can be a part of that wonderful tournament coming up in the USA starting today at Fort Lauderdale. Christopher Bristol, good morning. How are you, sir? Welcome to the show. The best team West Indies ever selected within the last 5 years is this one right here. Which one are you talking? The A team. Okay, I got you, Christopher Bristol. And say, Brown, send me your number, brother. I have done that, Christopher Bristol. I did. I emailed you my number. I will do so again. Bless up, Shangu. Good morning and good to see you here. So please try and watch those matches, the USPL. They should make it easy for persons to watch if they want us to watch it. Good morning. Good morning. You're from the UK, Frank Kwame. You have always contributed to this show. Always post your comment. So it's good to have you on the live, and we thank you all for being here. So the US Premier League starts today at the Broward County Cricket Stadium in Lauderhill, Florida. If you are in the area, please go out and watch those matches and tune into the Cricket Forum for continued update on those matches. Have a blessed day, everyone. Take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones. See you in a bit.